I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right.
I thought I was the only one who had that book.
A silly ending for a friend's name, kind of dorky and fun. Welcome to Total Apex Entertainment Podcast. I'm sorry, Media, a Total Apex Media Podcast. How could you let me screw that up, guys? It's all on you.
The term would be Cory no Baka.
Give me that hat.
The hat is for interrupting people. That is not for messing up the intro.
No, my head is cold. My head is cold.
Oh.
All right, welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Corey. As always, I'm joined with Molly, Michelle, Brandon, and Andrew. Hi, say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
All right, how's everybody's week been?
Lovely.
Crazy.
I've
Pretty good.
I've been suffering from all the pollen.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if Molly falls asleep during this, y'all just leave her.
Just leave me. Save yourselves.
This week on the podcast, we are rounding out our National Women's Month with a lovely, lovely actress that I will introduce to you when it comes to of course, that segment. If you're reading the title, then you already know. We also talk Huntrix, Happy Meals, and Ocarina of Time. But first, it's time for some Final Four madness, or at least Final Four previews with sports.
Oh, I have to click a button.
What's sports?
Sports.
Thanks,
It worked that time.
Corey and Michelle. But anyway, before we get to the basketball stuff, Brandon, do you want to have some breaking news?
Yes. About an hour before the podcast went live, Tiger Woods tweeted out that he is taking some time away from the game of golf. We did cover it on the podcast last Friday, what happened with the crash. When he crashed and everything like that. And it might be a DUI charge on drugs and everything. Now, he has decided to take care of himself health-wise and make sure he's ready for a long-term comeback. Speculation is rehab, but you don't know for sure until it gets reported. So stay tuned. Justin Rimpey had an article on this development on TotalApexSports.com for more information. So shout out to Justin for that. And I
talked to Tiger earlier today himself, and I got.
Did you go down the floor and talk to him?
Yes, you know what he said? He said for shizzle and walked off. Right. If you watch Dave Chappelle, you get it.
Yes, that was funny.
Well, he probably dapped you up and just said, "Big dog Corey over here."
Man. So,
but speaking of golf, isn't the Masters are next month, right? I'm pretty sure.
They're coming up in April. I think it's next week technically. Next week,
but
it's always the
Amazon
second.
Prime.
It's always
Amazon
the first full week of
something
April.
special for it.
No,
as well.
it's next week. It's next week. They get through the Final Four for that March Madness tournament, and then they do the Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first full week of April.
Yeah, which is next week.
Yeah.
No.
I'm agreeing with you.
All right.
I am agreeing with you.
Sorry, my fault. Let's get on to the.
All right, let's start over.
What is happening? I think we need to end and start again.
What is happening?
No, we're fine. We're
on this
fine.
show? What's happening on this show? All
Like
right,
the
let's
one
get to the
bit of sports knowledge I know, and I get made fun of.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, back
I'm
to the
sorry.
sports ball.
Back to
Yeah. Let's get to basketball. But anyway, with the NBA, you know,
Oh shit!
well, we have to go back to the NBA. The one
Sorry,
quick injury
I apologize.
that we're dealing with is with Jay McDaniels on the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're get to it a little bit later, but they're in they're the 5 seed in the Western Conference. I'm pretty sure. So, they're gonna have to deal without him. I'm pretty sure Anthony Edwards had a funny line about Jaden McDaniels.
Yes.
I can't recall what it was though.
Oh, it's something positive because he is a key, like he's one of the key role players on this Minnesota team. Jaden McDaniels is, especially his defense.
Oh yeah. But anyway, the other big thing was Jaden Ivey. He got waived by the Bulls, and it was due to some anti-LGBTQ comments.
Yes,
but he's saying like it was more than that. But I think in general, like it's just not. It wasn't a good move on him to like go that route and say like why he thought he was getting waived, but I'm pretty sure it was just you can't do that. I mean, obviously, those comments aren't tolerated by any sort of professional league. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
No, I'm not surprised the NBA or with the Bulls decided to waive him and everything. With those comments, he has shifted to his beliefs, and he can believe whatever he wants to believe. There's freedom of speech, there's this, but it doesn't mean there's freedom of consequence in this situation, and the consequence was there and it was warranted. Granted, at the same time too, you have other people on that side of the spectrum getting in on the topic and everything like that as well. Of like, oh, this is a bad precedent to set for releasing a player. I think you would get fired for those comments nowadays in any type of way. So, and it's not a good look on him. I hope he finds the right headspace and can continue his career, but as of right now, he probably will get blackballed by the league, unfortunately. But like he was a promising young player when healthy, and it's the injuries that derailed his career. That's pretty much what this is. Is the injuries has derailed him to go into this direction. So,
we got the Lakers playing the Cavs tonight.
Yes,
I'm not sure if LeBron's playing. He was questionable the last time I checked, but he got a record on the line with most wins. Pretty sure, I think most total, like career wise. Probably. And then with Luka, he had his 16th technical foul on the season, I'm guessing.
Yes. So he got that first. He had it initially, then it got rescinded. Then he got it again. So now he's suspended. That's what's going on with Luka. So
yeah, I mean, in terms of like MVP race, that like. I think it still is going to go to FGA because he's just been like super consistent.
Well, I think. Well, here's my thing, Andrew. I think it's going to go to Wemby. I think it's going to go to Wemby. The Wemby push is strong. He's moved from 2,200 in the odds to like plus 200 within like 2 weeks. So. The latest odds, like Wemby is second right now in odds behind SGA. So if the Spurs can make that 1 seed competitive, I think Wemby gets it. I really do, and Wemby keeps playing because he's been playing great. I know Shea's been playing great too, and I think he would be my pick right now. But like if it ended today, but we still got till like mid-April, and I think Wemby can. There's a legitimate opportunity for Wemby to catch SGA, so that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, and then speaking with the playoff picture, we have the so currently I'm pretty sure these are numbers from a day or two ago, so they might not be the most updated, but the 76ers would be in the play-in bracket against the Orlando Magic, and then the Heat versus the Hornets. I know you've been on the Hornets. That they have I guess they have a big three, wouldn't you say, with Khan, Brandon Miller.
Yeah. To go into Nick's like theoretical NBA, how NBA works moment. Yes, they have a big three. Technically, but I think their team as a whole knows how to play with each other. It's not necessarily a big three anymore. It's team that knows how to, the best team that knows how to use their roles and fulfill their roles wins 95% of the time. Yes, you have superstars and you have, option one, option two scorers, but it's the team that has the most cohesion as of late. Just look at that Thunder team last year. That team had so much cohesion from top to bottom. So just have
to hope LaMelo stays out of
trouble.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just can't drive for whatever reason.
No,
it's not even like a DUI thing. It's just he just can't drive.
He can't drive.
What is up with athletes and not being able to drive?
You know what, Molly? That's a great question.
That is a very good question.
We can spend so much time, but we don't have time.
It is a case-by-case thing, though. It's not like one determining factor. It goes across the country.
It's an epidemic of bad drivers in the sports community. I'm joking.
All right, let's slide on into our final. Unless you had more on the playoffs.
Well,
Andrew.
yeah. I mean, the Warriors in the Western Conference would be in the play-in bracket against Portland. The Suns would be against the Clippers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't heard much about Portland. Are they actually like decent or this is
that's the thing. A lot of the teams that are tanking are in the Western Conference.
Yeah,
that's what is. But Portland is an intriguing story because of the Chauncey Billups stuff at the beginning of the year, and they had to go to Tiago Splitters, the interim head coach, and Tiago Splitters got that team playing decent basketball. But in a normal year, I don't think they would be in the play-in. Necessarily. But a lot of the teams that are in the West right now, like Utah and Memphis and teams like that, are in Dallas, that are like trying to get in a position for 2026 draft. And I think Portland is just not like losing enough to be in that race, but they're not trying to win the play-in. They're not trying to be like, we're going to make a run for the playoffs this year. Like, no, I don't. I just don't think that team's ready yet. Maybe next year, but not this year.
Yeah, and then I just want to cover the other playoff brackets. We have Pistons, the 1 seed in the East, and then Celtics, and then Knicks. They clinched the other night, and then the Cavs and then. Hawks, Raptors. I'm surprised the Hawks and Raptors actually have done this well. I think
since the Kuminga trade, the Porzingis trade for Kuminga, the Hawks have been a lot better. That's why you seeing them in the actual playoffs right now is because of the Kuminga trade. He's been so good, and then you got the Raptors, who had that early hot start and have kind of tapered off a little bit, but they've maintained a top 6 spot in the East. Granted, the East has got teams above, I think about 8 teams above 40 wins right now, or on pace for that right now. So, so it's a tight grouping in the East, and then when we get to the West too, it's really tight from 3 to 8. So,
with the West, it's kind of names teams we've seen, obviously, the Nuggets, the Wolves, Rockets, and then the Lakers at the 3, and Thunder at 1, and Spurs at 2. I guess I'm glad the Nuggets didn't fall too far off when Jokic wasn't playing.
Right.
Because that was like that was like kind of a thing. But yeah, it's kind of what I would expect from the Western Conference. Do you want to move on to March Madness?
Yeah, let's just get to our March Madness preview. Because I have to start with Caden Boozer. Props to him for taking accountability after the game. That play was insane. Props to Mullins from UConn hitting that shot. Nylon too, like pure nylon.
Yeah,
nothing in that. It was the sweetest shot and probably the best shot of the tournament in modern history, other than Jalen Suggs' in 21. I think that shot for me, it's probably going to go into in the modern day, like one of the top shots of the tournament by far. It's still not better than Leitner, and it's still not better than what was the other game? Oh, Chris Jenkins. Those are the two because they won.
Jenkins.
They won the national championship along with it, especially Chris Jenkins' shot against Carolina won them the national championship. But in the 2020s of the decade so far, Mullins' shot is probably the best shot, like close to the best shot.
Yeah.
Him and Suggs. So UConn is an interesting team to win the East. And it was like either them or Duke all the way because Dan Hurley is probably the best coach left remaining. Like he's by far the best coach. He's had 2 national championships. Probably going to win. They could win his third in the last 4 years. But the team he's got this year is not the Arizona team that's on the other side. It's not Michigan.
Yeah,
which is sad that Arizona and Michigan have to play each other on that side of things, because I think that could be a great national championship game, but instead it's the national semifinal.
It seems like it's like the NFL, like with the NFC.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. This year it was exactly like the Rams-Seahawks game this year, and it just sucks because for me, if UConn beats Illinois, like I think they will, like I like Keaton Walker, I like that Illinois fighting the Line 19, but I just don't see them conquering Dan Hurley when you give him a week of prep. You know, you give Dan Hurley, a coach like that, a week of prep to know what your tendencies are. Yeah, good luck.
I can't believe he headbutted that ref.
Oh, I know. That's another thing you can bring up too. Like that Duke should have got an opportunity to have technical free throws. Granted, also it came out earlier today that ref he headbutted is not going to be reffing in the Final Four.
Interesting.
He's not.
What did the ref do?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know. Dan Hurley's just a crazy guy.
Because while I understand that that athletes are like notorious for getting into scuffles with referees and umpires and all that jazz. Yeah. Sometimes there's usually a reason. It's because of the ref is doing like an unfair call or something like that, right?
No, it's basically, I guess it was heated. Well, the main thing with that UConn Duke game was UConn was down 19, as much as 19 in the first half, and they would travel. I think they ended up trailing by 15 by halftime. And that was the largest comeback against the 1 seed at the end of the half ever.
Yeah.
Every other 1 seed that was up that much was like 134-0 or something like that. And that game was the one instance in the 135 times it's happened ever that it's been there. So props, like I said, it took a combination of 2 things: Duke's youth coming back and biting them, and UConn's experience getting through reserve and everything like that. So for me, both UConn teams now, like the women's were the best team by far in the women's tournament. To get into that quickly,
yeah.
They're the best team in the women's bracket so by far, and it's crazy that UConn and South Carolina are playing each other again in the national semi for like the umpteenth time. It's a credit to those both fans, but I just don't think Don Staley's team has it this year to overcome that dominant UConn team. It should set up if UCLA wins against Texas on the other side. it should set up an interesting national championship with UConn and UCLA. I do like UCLA a lot. To their size with Lauren Betts could present problems for this UConn team that they haven't really seen all year long. But at the same time, it's Gino, and I think Gino Auriemma is the best coach in women's basketball by far. I love Dawn Staley. I love what she does, and I was going to mention her as the Women's Month segment on this show, which we're about to get to in here a little bit. To shout that out some more, but at the same time, Gino Auriemma's legacy is just paramount at UConn, and how many star after star after star that Gino has breed, and AC Fudd might be the best one, like close to the best one since
Oh, what? Oh,
might be close.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Paige Beckers is great, and she's awesome, and I think she's the best. She's probably the best player in recent memory. But you got Diane Taurasi, you got Sue Bird. But AC Fudd is just so good at what she does, and I think AC Fudd could make a difference in this, like as the number one pick in this year's draft, like Paige Beckers did, like for the wins, or Caitlin Clark. But
right, I mean, you were right. Like the 2 1 seeds, are going at it. Like that's just kind of.
All four 1 seeds are in the Final Four in the women's bracket. It's all 4 ones, like I thought it was going to be. Like I thought all 4 ones were the best teams in their regions by far. The one that was maybe close was like the Texas region with their 2, but I think their 2 went out early, and then like you have Notre Dame, as a 6 that ruined the East a little bit, robbed us of that Vanderbilt UConn matchup. But at the same time, like UConn was going to be Vanderbilt anyway. Like just look at what they did at Syracuse in that tournament. So, like I said, I think. So UConn's programs I think right now got the best shots of winning it all, just because of the experience of both coaches. I think so.
Yeah, do you want to close it out with some World Cup stuff real quick?
Yeah, I mean, real quick, the main thing is Italy. Italy missing the World Cup again for the last 3 straight World Cups in an expanding field, but nonetheless, too, it's disappointing for Italy soccer. But Turkey, the big news for the U.S. fans, USMNT fans, is Turkey got the spot to go into Group D out of the European playoff. So that is the final team in Group D against the U.S.'s group with Paraguay and Australia. So that will wrap up sports for us this evening.
Yep.
That was just like straight. You just straight on pulled out there, didn't you?
Yeah, I just
wrap up sports. Whatever.
I knew we were getting close to time. I know we were a little over, but that's why I wanted to get through it.
I've got a bloody nose. That's because it's entertainment time. There we go. All right, guys. So this week in entertainment, I am wrapping up National Ladies Month, as they say, with one of my favorite actresses.
Nobody.
Shut up. Me, and the Cone Man. That's right.
Okay. All right, Corey.
So honestly, this month has been great. I'm glad. I loved every pick that everybody, has presented here and everything. And for me, it was hard to sit here and pick, not only an actress that I look up to myself, but somebody who, would also be, that be relevant right now. So originally I was going to do Cicely Tyson, who in her own right is a legend, R.I.P. and whatnot. But I think this woman is our modern day Cicely Tyson. She would never tell you that, of course, but I picked Viola Davis.
Sweet. I love her.
Now, Now, if you don't know who Viola Davis is, of course, some of her credits, TV show credits, have been City of Angels, How to Get Away with Murder, The First Lady, where she plays Michelle Obama, and Peacemaker, season 1 as Amanda Waller, of course. She has forever kind of been Amanda Waller since that, since the Suicide Squad, which is under the films. Some of my favorite films of hers, by the way, Fences, and that's the one that got her in a war. She's sitting there drooling so much she got booger coming out of her nose. That's what kind of acting she did. Suicide Squad,
of course.
As much as that movie has its flaws, she was probably one of the better parts of that movie.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Widows, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which is also the one of the last films that Chadwick Boseman did.
Yes.
And that was actually the second film that that I know of that they did. They did Get On Up together as well.
Yes.
And then also The Woman King, which is a project that her and her husband worked on together, big time. Together. It was like they sat there, produced, and everything. So, but getting into her just a little bit there. There are, of course, actors who simply play roles, and then there are forces of nature, and she kind of is a force, a force of nature. But, she was a woman. She's a woman who, shattered that glass in Hollywood, especially in not only Hollywood, but Broadway itself, not only as a woman, but as a Black woman. So that's one of the reasons why I appreciate her. To understand the depths of Viola Davis's performances, you kind of have to look at where it all began for her. She was born August 11th, 1965, in St. Matthews, South Carolina, where she was primarily raised, Central Falls, Rhode Island. Of course, she was primarily raised in Central, Rhode Island. That's what I meant. Sorry, y'all. Of course, her family faced some unimaginable, hardship. Working. Father was working as a horse groomer, and her mother was taking on domestic and factory jobs. So the family did, of course, endure poverty and crushing food shortages. That being said, not everything was dark. Viola and her sisters would, use their imaginations to survive. They would put on little shows here, like acting, writing scripts, creating, little characters and everything, in a vivid way to escaping their harsh environment at a very young age. If you ever get a chance, listen to this is, podcast shouting out another podcast. But listen to Amy Poehler's Good Hang. She has an episode with Viola Davis where she kind of goes into like how her life was as in what her and her sisters did, used to do, and that's how she kind of got into acting. Of course,
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Of course, that desperate need to create took her to Rhode Island College, where she majored in theater and began honing her undeniable talent. But the journey was just the beginning, of course. She soon found herself walking the prestigious halls of Juilliard, or Juilliard, for some people, graduating in 1994.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're something kind of special if you can get into Juilliard. It's very hard to get into that school. So.
Oh yeah.
She's amazing.
And she's been amazing. She actually, if I remember correctly, she actually did the stage version of Fences as well. Which she also talked about on that podcast, where it's just like, I didn't know if I wanted to replay this character or not, at some point. But you know what? Her acting career from television to movies had led her to the Triple Crown of acting, of course. Does anybody know what the Triple Crown is? what are the what are the three awards that you can win to
Oscar, Tony,
Mm-hmm.
and Emmy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the EGOT. That is a rare thing to win as an actor, but you also got to really work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she didn't stop there getting her EGOT. She reached the ultimate pinnacle of the entertainment. Oh, well, we already talked about that. Blah 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 blah. I kind of got ahead of myself, everybody. But that being said, some of my favorite roles of hers have actually been her in the DC stuff, and I'm just not only as Amanda Waller, but how she kind of became like that, and she still is kind of that. Both universes, I guess, the DCEU and the DCU's, Nick Fury, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she's.
You didn't want to mess with her.
No.
You know what my favorite role of hers is? It was one of the big films of the 2012 Oscar buzz. The Help. Her and Octavia Spencer. Yeah, The Help is a really, really fun. Like, I love that film. I don't like to go in those Oscar buzz films very often, but The Help for me is one of those films that is a really, really well thought story, and I just from top to bottom that cast, like I said, Octavia Spencer, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, top to bottom, like it's just so. That era, and it's really, really a fun film for me from top to bottom.
Yeah. And not only, has she, The Help has been one of the fences, had put her on the map as well, big time, along with the TV show How to Get Away with Murder, where she actually did a crossover episode with the TV show Scandal.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Talking about crossover TV shows, I watched that earlier today. But she's been one of those actresses I feel like she's not done. Like she's nowhere near done. If anything, she needs to be in more. I feel like she needs to be in more, more stuff. I would love to see her do something with Ryan Coogler, to be honest with you.
Isn't she in Black Panther? Or is that someone else? That's Lupita.
That's Angela Bassett. That's it. That's Angela Bassett. That's the other queen.
Yes. Yes.
That's the other queen, yeah.
Okay, those were the two I was thinking of that were big.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the industry and the world have rightly recognized her immense influence. From a little girl in Rhode Island using scripts to escape her reality, to an EGOT-winning titan of the industry, Viola Davis is the blueprint of excellence. She reminds us that our past. I'm gonna do this like Jerry Springer. She reminds us that
please don't.
Our past
Keep it going.
Does not dictate our future. Though her acting and her she's a great woman, all right?
Okay, great.
It's just me falling off.
Just you.
That's why I can never be Jerry Springer.
I can't even remember what Jerry Springer's voice sounds like. I haven't watched that in so long.
Good grief. All right. But that being said, she is my pick, not only just because of her being relevant and everything, still the fact that she still has a lot to do and that she's willing to do it, and she has inspired other people and to not only go after their art and produce their content and everything, but that's the fact that she still has fun doing it. So I appreciate Viola Davis big time. She's my pick for the National Women's Month.
No, she's even more amazing on the fact that she is in Medea Goes to Jail.
She's also. I just looked up her. I just looked up her IMDb page right now at the moment. She's got the Waller DC show, HBO Max show that they're filming right now. But there's a Harriet Tubman project that's in the development unknown stage right now. That would be Oscar buzz if she.
Interesting.
If she can if she can pull it off, that's going to be an amazing movie. If they can pull that one off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion.
Honestly, she's someone who's a hard worker, who's been there, who's been through some of the darkest and funnest times as an actress. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Some of her that's good that you kind of looked up. I do kind of want to see exactly what kind of upcoming projects she does have.
Yeah.
Children of Blood and Bone.
Yeah.
Allie Clark, which is in pre-production. House of Games. I Almost Forgot About You. That sounds like a romantic comedy one. I Almost Forgot About You.
Could be also a suspenseful murdery movie.
I Almost Forgot About You. No.
Depends on your tone.
Yeah, and then Small Great Things, along with developing some other stuff, a Harriet Tubman project. And current, like Andrew said, there's also a Waller TV show. The Waller TV show has been in the works since. Not Andrew, Brandon.
Yeah. I don't want
you both listen. You guys are like this now to me.
No.
Yeah, we're the
Brandrew. Brandrew.
Oh my God.
Good grief! All right,
They're
guys.
like twins.
All right. So another thing I want to talk about, and I don't have his picture up here today. But I would like to talk about someone who is from everybody's past. Oops, that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong.
There we go. Where are we? There we go. Technical difficulties. All right. Somebody I'd like to talk about who's in our past. Big time. Mr. William Daniels, aka Mr. Feeney. Today, Mr. Feeney turns 99. And I thought, if anybody, I'm assuming you guys have watched Boy Meets World.
Yes.
Yeah. No? Michelle's never watched Boy Meets World? What?
When did that come out?
In the 90s?
My God, Michelle. You have
and
not
TGIF.
You never watched TGIF?
Okay,
No.
y'all. Before y'all go after Michelle, you have to remember, though she may look our age, she is actually older than us. And when this came out, she was probably in high school or out of high school.
Uh-huh.
I graduated high school in 1991, y'all.
So she was not able to watch it after school.
I was adulting.
She was adulting when we were watching this, okay?
It was not what?
That is no excuse. That show came out in 1993.
Adults weren't allowed to watch children's shows.
Yes, they were.
It wasn't a children's show.
It was not a
children's show. It was a family show.
No.
TG, that means you're also lining up Full House, Family Matters, and Dinosaurs as children's shows instead of family shows.
And Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all that's no.
This is not even about Michelle watching it anymore.
Molly trying to categorize Boy Meets World in the Disney children's shows. No, we're not doing this.
I was probably working the closing shift at McDonald's at the time.
Hey,
and going
as
to
a
community
person that used to work in closing shift at McDonald's, I can sympathize.
So I had things going on in my life.
She was literally busy adulting. That's what
I was not watching TV much.
Back on track. William Daniels played not only the teacher / principal to Total Apex. Hey, to Corey Matthews, played by Ben Savage, and Sean, played by what's his name? Writer something. Oh, whatever. Sean. Anyway, he basically played the mentor through the whole series. He was the one that kind of kept them on sort of the path. He did what a teacher should do. And that's why a lot of people like our age relate to, can kind of look up to him a little bit. Basically, he's what I call almost Dick Clark status when it comes to the lovable older mentors, if anything. So I just want to kind of give him a bit of a shout out more than anything, because he's been there for a while, and plus he's 99. So we don't know. We're all watching right now.
Because how many people have we lost this year?
Too many.
Too many.
Been a rough year already.
Oh yeah.
Feeny, man, Feeny. Well, speaking of birthdays, Corey, you want to say something to one of your co-hosts since you wanted to bring up birthdays? It was someone's birthday.
Oh yeah, we have some. We were gonna say this when we brought up Miss Mees. We were celebrating the birthday of one of our favorite co-hosts here, Mr. Brandon Ellis, had his 32nd birthday. 32nd birthday.
Is that today?
Yesterday.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Did you not see the announcement, Corey? How dare you?
Because I was dealing with the other birthday.
The other.
Hey, I'll gladly put on the hat for interrupting that segment to get me the shout out, sir. Corey, I'll put on the hat.
All right. Well,
we can't call him Youngblood because apparently Andrew is actually the youngest.
Yeah, that's so weird to hear because childhood Dom was the oldest by a considerable margin.
All right. So everybody needs to chip in to get Brandon now some scratch offs.
Yes.
A pack of cigarettes. Even he don't gotta smoke them.
I don't need the cigarettes.
You sell them. And a beer. That's how we used to do it when I was.
Well, I had the beer already.
You're not supposed to show that, my dude.
We don't recommend.
We are not sponsored, and we are not advertising.
No,
and we drink responsibly.
Any products mentioned on this podcast are not sponsors.
They're not sponsors.
Yes. There will be products later.
Except for Boner Bear.
Anyway. That is not a sponsor.
No, it's not a sponsor.
That was not sponsored.
All right. That's it. All right. That's it for this.
Oh my God.
All right. That's it for entertainment. Thank you guys. Of course, you guys can always go over to entertainment to totalapexentertainment.com. And while you're watching this, please don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button and notification bell so you guys can keep up with what's going on with us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. All right. Molly, you ready? You good? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. Everybody. All right. Hold on. Wait. All right. It's time to jack in with gaming.
Okay, so thank you, Corey, for that weird introduction. Please don't ever say that again, because it sounded weird. Anyway, so today I have a question for y'all.
Ooh.
In the Legend of Zelda franchise, which game would each of you like to get a remake of?
I totally agree. That was weird.
I also want to apologize for my before we get into Molly's segment. Just want to apologize.
For what?
I don't know, the can.
Oh. We forgot already.
So, all right.
What are you talking
So
about?
I guess the
Me
original.
personally, that or Majora's Mask. Or, yeah.
okay, when Michelle says original, do you mean like the very first Legend of Zelda, like 8-bit pixelated and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Legend of
I'm
Zelda
not going...
as played on Nintendo.
Okay, well, we're not going to go back that far unless you're talking about...
What
the heck, man?
That's entertainment.
Ocarina of
There
Time.
you go.
There is now a rumor in circulation that there is going to be a remake of Legend of Zelda and the Ocarina of Time. And if you are a millennial, this was one of your like foundational games that you were playing as you got into the gaming world. But a lot of fans are kind of saying, well, if they're going to do a remake, then they need to do a remake or remaster, but they don't need to copy and paste what the original Zelda has, because they want to see how they can put in the more modern technologies within the game. Yes, N64 foundational, exactly. So do we want to say, so the remake question is, do they rebuild the Ocarina exactly as it was, or do they let it evolve? Because a lot of purists, I guess you could say, would want the game to stay true to what it was. But like I said, a lot of people want to see like what Legend of Zelda would be if it like had all like the modern game mechanics that are like out in the world today. Like a more like Legend of Zelda had kind of an Ocarina of Time had kind of an open world feel. If you remember playing it, it gave you the illusion it wasn't actually an open world. It's like what would we do if it became an actual open world type of game?
Wait, what is it? I didn't really grow up playing this game, but I know of it. This isn't like Pokemon, so like I feel like they have to add stuff to it, because if they just remake the same exact thing, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know if they could do that with this type of game.
I think that they could, because they kind of have done it with, let's see, it was
Final Fantasy Remake did it.
The Final Fantasy Remake ones, but let's just say if you remember the songs that you play on the Ocarina that you get to like do the spells and everything, do the Song of Storms, like what happens if you were to play the Song of Storms and all of a sudden you see, instead of it just being a thing where it just starts to rain in the screen, it does a cutscene where it's like this huge old storm. It starts to brew as soon as you're done, as soon as you start to play, and then like this huge, big old, wonderful graphic that shows you like this is the Song of Storm, stuff like that. So, but there are some stuff that a lot of fans would love to happen where like to soup up the Master Quest, basically, you know, how to get the Master Sword towards it. So like Breath of the Wild's Master Mode, I guess you could say. So enemies detect you faster, enemies regenerate health, one-shot potentials, no mutual saves, and no new enemy variants, stuff like that. But this could be like optional, I guess you could say. So it's like a mode, like Master Mode from Breath of the Wild. And also one of the like foundational things of Legend of Zelda is that there's not really any voice acting. So some are wanting to have more voice actors come into the Legend of Zelda because they want to hear like what their favorite characters would be, like Impa, Ruto, Naburu, or something like that. So
did they have voices in the other game?
Yeah, basically, it's just text bubbles. You don't really hear them outside of like gasps or tones of exertion. Like Link swinging his sword, he does like the typical hiya, something like that.
Right.
So, but there's not really any voice acting.
I would say keep Link silent. Give everybody else the voice, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. You know, the fairies.
Okay, I will. That actually gives me a good. That gives me a segue. So apparently, there, a lot of people are thinking of a way to give Navi a mute button. However, okay, this was my opinion on that. Navi didn't bother me at all. and I was so surprised when people started complaining about Navi, and I was like, it wasn't that annoying unless you were just like going AWOL and not following the direction she was giving you. So that's the whole point. I was like, Navi was doing her job of being a navigational mechanic. But that being said, I don't think there should be a mute button because the newer generations need to have that frustration put on them like we did.
You know what the mute button is? It's
volume
it's
button.
this. There you
like,
go.
Turn down the volume.
I would also like to see. I would just like to see an expanded world. That's it. Like, to be honest with you, like the one thing I liked about the remake of the Final Fantasy VII is that even though you kind of got to, go here and there, in the original game and everything, it gave you a choice of like exploring all the worlds there as well. Like it was semi-open world and everything.
Yes. So I agree with that. I would love to see a more open world concept. What I also like to see is goofier enemies, I guess you could say. So let's say you're coming up against some wild boko. I can never say this word when I first say it. Bokoblins, right? They're these creatures that you come across in Legend of Zelda, and they are pain in the butts. But if they're like doing something in their camp, just having a normal camp experience, they can have conversations. You get to hear some weird conversations. I love it when they add that mechanic or add that detail into the game. So, just adding more enemies with personality, I guess we could say. And
I could also see them doing this also as well because of the movie that they're still making right now.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It's a good promotional for not only the game, but Nintendo promoting the movie.
Yeah.
And another thing would be, we were allowed, if I'm remembering correctly, because it's actually been a while since I played Ocarina of Time, but we could, if I'm remembering correctly, we could shoot our arrows from the back of our horse that we got, Epona, if I'm remembering correctly, but we could never swing our swords. So it was kind of like difficult because you had to either be very, very good at controlling the horse while you're shooting your bow and arrow, but you couldn't really get any closer to kind of, hack at them with your sword. So a lot of people are wondering if they're going to add in, that mechanic to where you can just swing your sword off of back of Epona as you're riding through the fields and everything. I would love to see that because I am very, very bad at that type of that type of movement. I'm just annoyed the crap out of me. So I was always off the back. I always got off of Epona to just go ahead and go at them with my master sword. So, and finally, if you are remembering this, apparently there was a dog named Richard in the game. And you could not pet the dog, which is a travesty and a crime against humanity that you could not pet the dog in game. So let us pet the dog named Richard. Let us pet Richard as young Link. Let us pet him as adult Link. Basically, give me the ability to wear out my buttons on my Joy-Cons by letting me pet this dog whenever I want. Okay?
So what we need to do is start a petition.com.
A crime, I say, yes.
Yes. We need to start go to petition.com and get everybody to sign that so we can pet Richard.
Exactly. Exactly.
Pet that. It'll be called Pet the Richard campaign.
Okay, I know what you're trying to go with, but we're not going to go there.
I
will not let you sully this game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is non-negotiable for me. If there's a
it took me too long to get it. Corey?
Oh, you guys can sit here and judge me all you want, but I'm for it.
Shake my head, exactly. But yeah, so that's all I have to say on it. It's just a rumor at this point, but apparently it is from leaked. It's a leaked rumor, and Nintendo is very angry about the leak. So there is some sort of justification, like, yeah, it's probably in the works, and Nintendo's kind of mad that it got leaked before they were ready to show off that they were doing a remake or / remaster. So there could be some truth behind it, and I'm hoping it is, because I would love to see what they do with an Ocarina of Time remake, because I love the Legend of Zelda games.
Yeah, classics. Another thing I saw too before you end gaming is that on this subject is that there's also a rumor of there being like Switch theme, Legend of Zelda Switch theme, Switch 2 theme.
Yes,
consoles.
there is a rumor. I have to look into that real quick. I hadn't had time to look into it yet, but yeah, there is a rumor about there being a Legend of Zelda 2 or Legend of Zelda themed Switch 2 console. So I can't wait to look
I think
into
that would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, Molly, for giving us our Legends of Zelda. Guys, what? I'm sorry.
It's so sweet.
Did you guys know that McDonald's in Japanese is, hopefully I'm saying this right, Maku? Well, we'll find out more about McDonald's and more with Living.
So, who likes Happy Meals?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's two Mollies again.
Yeah, I kind of saw that before, and I changed my.
Yeah. So McDonald's has been doing this thing lately where they will occasionally have these wonderful adult meals. They're not calling them Happy Meals, but y'all, they're adult Happy Meals. They're amazing. And this time they have one that I wanted. And it is, you are seeing it on the screen right now. These are photographs of the actual box, which is next to me. I have it in my possession, and it is so cool. So for K-pop Demon Hunters collab here, McDonald's has 2 adult meals, one for breakfast and one for lunch and dinner. And we talked about this last week on the podcast, so we're not going to rehash everything, but I did get it, so I wanted to share some of my experience. So the lunch and dinner is a 10-piece chicken McNuggets, and here you can see the chicken McNuggets box, which is so cool. Unfortunately, it's super greasy. There's no way I'm going to save it, but I took pictures, and you can also see the 2 sauces there. The demon sauce on the left is purple. I mean, this image doesn't do it justice. It is dark purple. It is very, very purple. The one on the right is your hunter sauce, and that's more of kind of like an orangey color, kind of reminiscent of a Chinese food sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah,
but it is spicy. They are both spicy. Like your first couple of bites, you're not really going to feel that spice, but the more you eat either one of them, the more you're gonna experience it. I would say both of them have a really good flavor though. They were super tasty. I did like both sauces. The fries come with you get this packet of seasoning that you can use on the fries, and it actually was really good as well. A friend mentioned that it tasted like ramen. I have strangely never had ramen, so I can't say in my opinion. I know you guys, I know. So I couldn't speak to that, so I'll take her word for it. It is meant to taste like ramen, so that's good that it does. And I also did have the the Derpy McFlurry, and that was really good too. It's a very, very, very nice berry flavor. So I highly recommend all of it. Now, the last thing is it comes with a card pack, which has a card in it, and I haven't opened it yet. So we're gonna go ahead and open that now. And
Oh, she will open it
let's
live.
blow you.
Live.
Let's blow you up here to do that. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
everybody can see you.
So
That's Molly.
Oops, no, that's Molly.
Wrong person.
I know. For some reason, it goes straight to Molly. I don't know why. There we go. We'll just do that.
There we go. So here's the card pack. We're gonna open it up. I'm gonna try to maybe. Maybe I'm not strong enough.
I gotta tell my parents.
Don't damage the packaging.
They're definitely gonna be into it.
Cut it with scissors. There you go. That's the best
Tiny
way.
scissors. We'll use the tiny scissors just to cut the top.
Oh no! Why did we
It
go
went
back
back.
there?
It went back there.
There we go. I keep the tiny scissors handy for unboxing. All right, here we go. Here they go.
Oh,
What did we get?
got Zoe.
Zoe.
The adorable one.
Your green screen's
And
interfering with the.
Here's
with
the
card.
derpy card.
Derpy.
There's your derpy card.
It says hello, friend. Everyone gets the derpy card.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a QR code on the back. I'm not going to show that to you.
For a QR code.
You scan the QR code, and apparently something
What the
happened.
heck? Who's messing with it now?
That was me.
But here's
trying
the
to get
Zoe
back
card
to
one
it.
more time, and the back of the cards are equally lovely.
That's
So
cute.
it's really cool. It's kind of it's got her signature on it. It is kind of reflective. There's like these bubbles on here that are reflective. It's hard to see on the camera, but
So
it's
the
really
reflective
cute.
is. Oh shoot!
Hmm?
I said the reflective's what's messing with your green screen because it's messing.
Could
Your
be.
green screen is not.
It could be. Yeah, but it's super cute. I am going to be eating a lot of McDonald's. So
I want a McDonald's
the
now.
K-pop Demon Hunters. I know prices can vary. For me here where I live, it was $10.99 for the entire meal, and that was a medium size meal, so medium fries and drink. Just had a regular old Diet Coke. But yeah, highly recommend giving it a try. At least have one, because the sauces and the seasoning are really good. All right, enough K-pop Demon Hunters. As much as I love them so much.
But let me before you continue, the fact that you have not had ramen like kind of hurts my heart, because that's like one of the most delicious things in the world.
Listen, no, we know what the next video is going to be. All right, we're all going to sit around and eat ramen with Michelle.
Like, because there's a good instant ramen that I like as a seafood ramen from Nissan that I think she would like. But that's
What
besides the point.
kind of seafood?
Oh no,
Shrimp, octopus, and
No,
there's another
no
ingredient.
Shrimps are
Shrimps.
shrimps are no good.
Oh, you
But-
can always get chicken. Hurts
Yep.
my soul. Yes, it does.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chief Skulls.
Chef skulls.
I know. I'm aware.
no, he's chief. He's
She's
chief.
cheap. He's cheap
I'm
skulls.
aware. I did it on purpose because
I
sports
know.
ball. Okay.
Look at sports ball. There we go again.
All right, let's continue. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Michelle.
So we have some recalls.
No,
because of
not
course
my
we
pizza.
do. Yep, pizza.
Not pizza.
Pizza and
Oh.
focaccia are on our recall list today. This one I actually we just found it today. So this one's a brand new one. And I don't know. But anyways, here we go. So the problem with the pizza and the focaccia is an unintended and unwanted topping, metal.
Yeah, I can understand the recall then.
Metal.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. Something went wrong with a machine somewhere,
Yep.
but it was not a machine that was involved in making of the pizzas or the focaccia bread. It had nothing to do with them. Actually, it goes back to the tomato supplier.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It doesn't even have to do with the pizza company. It actually has to do with the supplier. Okay.
Nope. It has to do with the tomatoes. So apparently, Apparently these slow roasted tomatoes at some point picked up metal fragments, and when it was discovered, the tomatoes had already been used through a lot of different products that the manufacturer makes. So let's talk about what products are affected. And you can find all of this, of course, at totalapexentertainment.com under lifestyles and food and drink news. And so here we go. Hello Fresh, basil pesto and mozzarella pizza. Yes, all you folks getting Hello Fresh delivered meals, you are not exempt from this. You might have this in your meal kit. Trader Joe's focaccia bread, roasted tomato and parmesan. Frederick's by Meyer, their slow roasted tomato and shredded parmesan cheese focaccia. Someplace called Harris Teeter or HT Traders, their roasted tomato and parmesan focaccia. And Fresh and Simple's roasted tomato and parmesan focaccia. So yeah, if any of those sound familiar to you, and if you now, because of the HelloFresh being shipped all over the place, these states may or may not apply to you. Arizona, California, Connecticut, Florida, Illinois, Michigan, North Carolina, New Jersey, Texas, and Virginia.
Molly, we're safe.
Why
is Virginia always in your recalls? I don't. Every time.
I have nothing to do with it, but this is a class 2 recall, which basically means that it won't instantly kill you, but it can cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health consequences, and that is a quote from the FDA. So head to our website for all the details, and if you are a HelloFresh customer, keep an eye out for an email. Next up, cream cheese.
Not the cream cheese, the Einstein Bros.
Einstein Bros.
Einstein Brothers cream cheese. Specifically, this is the honey almond cream cheese. Honestly, I don't know how many folks this one's actually going to affect, but here's the deal. So somehow in the packaging of the cream cheese,
metal,
the correct lid was used, the honey almond lid, and the wrong container, which says plain.
With this one right here.
I see. That's why you have the plain. Okay.
Exactly.
This one on the image right there.
So
I could have guessed that.
Yeah. So here's what happened. Now these pictures are from the FDA. They took these photos themselves. So somehow they mixed up the container. The cup itself is incorrect. The lids are correct. So the product inside is honey almond, but if you bought it and you thought you were getting plain, it could be a problem if you have a tree nut allergy. So if that's the case, definitely don't eat it, return it. Pretty easy one there.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Now these were shipped 144 cases of these were shipped out into the wild. So it went on shelves all over the place. So it went on shelves, in Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Wyoming. Virginia, you're safe.
Virginia is safe for once.
So you can relax. You can relax. Your cream cheese
I
is
can't
safe.
relax. Not until this segment's over.
All right. Next up.
Oh no.
What?
Now, these are bed rails. These are adult portable bed rails, most specifically. This one's actually kind of serious. So here's what can happen with these. A person could become trapped between the bed rail and the bed, or in the bed rail itself.
So it moves if it's pushed.
There's a gap. Apparently, a gap can form somehow. I'm not fully sure exactly how the gap forms, but there can be a gap, creating an entrapment zone. Now, there are two different brands here involved. One is called Vive Health Bed Rail, and that's VIVE. And the first, Why did that happen? The first two, the one in the upper left and the one in the middle, are both from that company. There have sadly been 2 reported deaths.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
In September of 2024, a 97-year-old man in a Texas assisted living facility and a 93-year-old man in his Florida home. Really, really sad that anyone had to be injured. And if you have these, stop using them. And all of that information is again on our website. The second one, the one on the far right, is from a company whose name is spelled MPINOI, all capital. And same problem with these. There's only about 200 of them out there in the wild, but they have the same problem. No deaths reported with these, though. These were sold by Amazon, and yeah. So again, the instructions for recall are on our website for those.
I get iffy about medically assisted stuff being sold by Amazon. So
yeah, I mean, I can understand, because I mean, whether you buy it from Amazon or even directly from another vendor, you could be getting the same products. So
that's true.
Yeah. But it's, it's sad no matter how you think about it, that someone actually became injured by one of these products. Now for some more potential injuries.
Oh dear.
What's that?
These are swallowing risks. So on the left, what we see there are again with these company names. The company name is spelled GLMZZ, and they are fidget magnet balls. So
why is this the thing?
Yeah, so
because they're fidget toys.
These little balls are magnetic, so you can like hold them in your hand and like play with them and stuff like that. They're meant for adults. This is not meant to be a child's toy. However, the problem is that if a child swallows a pair of these, they have powerful magnets in them, and so they could attach to each other, causing problems like perforations and internal injury. The second image there, where you see the little pink ball in the tube, that little tube there is called a small parts test cylinder. That represents the throat of a child.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
And these pictures are courtesy of the CPSC, the Consumer Product Safety Commission. And yeah, so if you have these, you should throw them away. And definitely remove them from children.
Yeah.
Because they are very, very dangerous for children who might still swallow things.
Just put stuff in their mouth in general.
Yes. The second thing on this image, I know these are very confusing images, is made by Sunny Yes. That is Sunny YES, all one word. LED mini lights. So these are little lights, and they have tiny batteries in them, and the tiny batteries in the remote are what the problem. So the remote lacks a screw, a captive screw they call it, and since there is no captive screw to prevent a child from simply opening it and taking out the battery and then eating it, this is a dangerous product. It violates something called Reese's Law, and that's REESE', Reese's Law, which is a mandatory standard to stop kids from swallowing this kind of stuff. If a kid swallows one of these lithium coin batteries, the moisture in their throat creates a continuous electrical circuit, and the chemical reaction creates battery acid. And battery acid inside your body is not good.
No. It corrodes you from the inside out.
Yes. And so
not fun.
Again, you don't want these in your home around children.
No.
Let's keep going. we have things that are on fire.
Yay, fire!
Yep. So our first thing that's on fire or potentially on fire, I know most people are going to look at this and be like, what the hell is that? This is a gas connector. It's a sort of thing that connects like your stove to the natural gas lines.
Oh.
These are, there's about 196,800 Duratac stainless steel gas connectors being recalled. They are, let's see.
She's hitting on one of my biggest fears tonight. And
there could be a slow leak of natural gas. Anyway,
Yeah.
These were sold by Ace Hardware or similar shops between May and November of 2025. If you have them, stop using it, turn off the gas to that appliance, and get a refund.
Yeah. Don't suffer monoxide poisoning.
Please don't.
More things on fire. So the thing on the left, is a DIY sauna heater kit.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
And is specifically the DIY cold plunge sauna heater kit. There aren't that many of these out there in the wild, about 675 of them, but the electrical conductors inside them can start sweating and overheating. And there are about a dozen reports of them overheating far past their intended parameters, causing a severe fire hazard. So don't use them.
I don't think a sauna should be a DIY project unless you know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. That picture is one that's like installed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, in our things on fire. Oh no, we have one more thing on fire after these. The CCCEI brand power strip. And these fail to do the one job that they're supposed to do, and they lack supplementary overcurrent protection, which means that if you try to pull too many amps through the wire, it can overload, it can melt, there can be sparks, it can be bad. So don't use those.
So the surge protector failed surge school.
Yep.
Don't tell me that car's going to be on. Come on.
The car is on fire. It is. This is the Fun Talk Ride-On trucks. And these are 24-volt battery powered.
This is why I said what I said earlier. I can't relax until this segment's over.
So there's about 1,980 of these little trucks out there that children could be riding around on. There have been 11 reports of circuit boards overheating, sparking, melting, and smoking. Yet, little trucks catching on fire.
Oh my gosh.
They were wanting the kids to get the full experience of owning a car, I see.
So take these away from your children. You don't want your children riding around in a Pinto.
This recall segment puts danger and stress levels in.
All I picture in my head is this kid just driving, running into a wall, and then
the car just blowing up.
And it cuts to like it's like a 1980s style explosion.
Right. So our last story here for our recalls is actually about fake recalls, and you can find this full story on our website as well. So apparently some folks have been getting text messages that say they're from Amazon and that the thing you recently ordered on Amazon is faulty. There's some sort of defect and there's a recall, and there's a link. And if you click the link, you're going to get a refund. That's what the text message will say. Don't click the link. Okay. Just don't. It's not really from Amazon. Amazon is not going to text you about a recall ever. You can go to your Amazon account and log in and find recall notices. The relevant links are in the article on our website, which is called Don't Panic Click. Fake recall text scams are making the rounds. Head to totalapexentertainment.com for all of these stories and more.
It's like the I don't know if y'all been getting these DMV scam calls or scam texts with tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
don't click this. Please don't click those. Don't click this.
Yeah. Anytime you get a call that seems suspicious or a text that seems suspicious, it probably is, especially if it says it's from a company that you do business with, whether it's someone you bank with or someone or whatever. Don't click the link. Go directly to their website, their app, whatever, log in and check on your account that way. Or if, say, for example, if you get a phone call from your cell phone provider and they're like, hey, there's a problem with your account, can you give me your passcode so we can access it? No, you cannot. Immediately hang up the call and call the company, check on your account, or log into your account to check on your account. But don't talk to that person. Your providers, your bankers, nobody's going to call and ask you for your password. They just don't.
No.
They already have your account information.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord. All
Be
right.
careful
Well,
out there.
yes, please. Everybody, please be careful with that kind of stuff. Also, be careful.
Yeah, and check on your elderly people, because the honestly, and this is not to disparage the elderly or anything like that, but they tend to be more prone to buying into these scams because these scams prey on fear. So check on your old folks.
Yes.
Okay.
Corey, do you have an old folk in there?
No, but you know what I hold on, wait. I've got a James Patterson and a Harper Lee. You know what you guys should also check out? Check Total Apex podcast every week, every Tuesday. And don't forget to check out all our other lovely podcasts on this podcast network / YouTube channel / what else are we giving it, guys? What's another title we can give it?
Sports news, game news, anime news.
We also have lots of games, game streams, game videos.
Game videos.
Right.
Yes.
I was looking more for a name, not a list.
Oh, okay. Total Apex Gamer Geek Out that happens on Monday at 3 p.m. EST and 12 p.m. PST. And the Total Apex, what do we call the anime one? Just the anime podcast.
Anime show.
The anime show. That happens actually tomorrow if we can get to it on time at 3 p.m. EST and 12 p.m. PST.
Plus
and we got the Total Apex Wrestling podcast 7 on Thursdays. The main sports podcast on Fridays at 7.
We have the baseball one on Sunday.
Yes, the new baseball one. Total Apex Off the Wall
baseball.
Podcast on Sundays with Chris Brayton and myself. So it should be fun.
And also I want to give this place a shout out because I discovered this earlier today. For anybody who doesn't know, there's a thing that happens here in Atlanta called the CCS, which is the Charlie Collectible Show. Yep. And they're doing their second annual anime market Atlanta too. So you go in there and get a bunch of anime stuff and whatnot. Guess who their guest voice actress is? Their guest voice actress is Tiffany Grant, the voice of Molly. You're gonna have to help me out with this. Asuna, am I saying it right?
Asuna.
Yeah. Asuna.
There you go. Asuna. There we go.
From Sword Art Online.
No.
Wait, that's Asuka. Never mind. That's Asuka. Yeah, Sorry.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, she voices the creepy girl. Okay.
This is what I got here.
Sweet.
But she's gonna make an appearance. Of course, they have like a thing on here for if you want to get a fast pass for like $50 to meet her.
That's not bad.
So I'm considering going. I haven't decided yet. If I can work our way to, if I can work our way to. If I can work my way into it to turn it into something for the channel and whatnot, that'd be awesome. But
that would be awesome.
Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, let us know what's going on in the world. And if you guys have suggestions for topics for us to talk about on here, leave a comment. Let us know. All right.
Yes.
Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Molly, Michelle, Brandon, Andrew. Every week coming on. I've been your host, Corey. Have a week, everybody.